Well, Frank, congratulations. Nice to win a match like that, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a tough match. Great atmosphere, start to finish. Tough in the first half because they give us some problems and they get their goal. And they're a good team. They've got good individuals, so their league position sort of isn't a reality when they play like that because they've got players who played in the Premier League, good tactical players, good speed at the top end of the pitch, and gave us issues. But to turn a game around like that is a big pleasure. It's a good feeling for the group because we had to tactically change some bits off the ball. But the big thing was the feeling and overcoming the tension and the feeling of what the first half was. To reiterate to the players why they are where they are at the top of the league at the minute is because of the work we've done and the quality that they've got. And they went out and really responded. So I think it was brilliant and hence the atmosphere at the stadium right at the end of the game.
And what did you say to them at half-time? Just keep believing. As you say, you tweaked one or two things as well.
Yeah, we had to tweak defensively because they were giving us some problems, predominantly on our left, their right-hand side, and getting into spaces that we don't normally give up. And we had to shift around there. It was good to give the players some information. They dealt with that. Those problems were less there in the second half. And then, it was about sort of finding the bravery again in the way we play. When you get problems defensively, sometimes that then translates into your in-possession game. You're a little bit tense from the problems you're suffering, and I felt like that became the game. You know, we were not smooth. We were not making passes we normally make. We were not hitting the sides of the pitch and crossing and sustaining like we normally do. But to be fair, my job would be easy if I just said that and they went out and everything went great. It's up to the players at that point to go and do it. So credit to the boys, they show great spirit and desire. It's not easy to turn games like that, and they did.
And Ellis, I think, set the tone, getting that crucial deflection from the Jack Rodoni shot, and suddenly then the whole stadium, you could sense, was starting to believe again, weren't they?
I thought it was an amazing finish from Ellis off the back of his calf. And I said that to him on the pitch at the end. It's what strikers deserve. You're in the right place, and Ellis has scored some brilliant goals for us this season, and he gets his goal. So delighted for him, and that gave us obviously good energy, and it made us sort of feel more positive, and the stadium rose to that. And it remained a tough game after that because they've always got threats, that team in Leicester. So, no, the drive of the team and for Haji to come on and get his goal, for Tatsu to be part of that, shows now that we can affect the game from the bench. Players coming into the game and doing that, and everybody gave everything. So it's a good feeling for the lads. We need to enjoy it, but we need to stay calm because the next game's 3 days away, and it's one of the toughest teams to play in the league in Millwall.
It's been a long while since Haji last scored. How have you kept him believing, or have you had to keep him believing through this dry spell?
Yeah, I think there's my job. There's times to talk to players. There's times to lead them be a little bit because I played as a goal scoring player as such, and I had periods, and I understand what it is. There's only one way out of it that I know, and that's to work really hard. And the problem for Haji and the team a little bit in this moment is we haven't had training time. So this week was a really competitive training week. And when you train and things are not dropping for you on the pitch or whatever it is, my only belief is that you work and you work and you work and you stay positive even when that's not easy, and things will happen for you. And the thing that happened for Haji today is a tap-in, and I'm not belittling it because that's the way it goes. And then from there now it's up to him just to continue in that vein. He was such a problem for Leicester when he came on, running behind, holding up, tracking back, giving fouls away because he's trying to make tackles in the halfway line and see the game out for us. That's what we need from everybody, but when Haji can do it, he's a special player for us. So he's got all those things to offer.
And your bench looked a lot stronger, with the greatest of respect today. Brandon was back on there, Victor was back in the team. The squad overall had a stronger look to it, didn't it, today? Yeah,
and there's no lack of respect there because this season we've had a top-heavy defensive bench, that's the way it is, or some young players, which is great. It's brilliant to see, Shep and Kai Andrew on the bench and those things. Of course, that's great. But for these level of game, you want impact and you want competitive training. To players have to play well to get in the team, and then come in and do well to try and start all those things. It's really important. And now it feels like at this point today was a nice balance for us to be able to make those changes and the players to impact. And it means sometimes players are disappointed because they all want to play, but they have to understand that where we're trying to get to now in these 19 games is so important that they can always offer and be ready. So it was good to have those options. It helped today, and it has to keep helping us going forward.
And Joel Attabodiere ahead of Luke Wolfenden in the team selection today?
Yeah, it's just a choice, and Joel's, I think, trained and played well recently, and Wolfie's played some games and Joel hasn't played, and that's probably the point I'm making about good competition. And again, my job's difficult. It's one of the most difficult things when players are disappointed, but I have to make those decisions. And another day it may be different. Players need to train well, keep being really positive around the group, and if we do that, understand that will be the thing that will help us get to where we want to get to.
And as always, enjoy this win, but you've already mentioned that Millwall are around the corner on Tuesday night, so you never get too high with the highs or too low with the lows, Frank. That's the way you are.
Well, I try to be. That's not as easy as you just put it, but it's Millwall always one of the most difficult teams to play against in this league. And the way they are now, really, I think a strong squad now, good coach, good idea. They're not a Millwall you might want to bracket them off as few years ago where you just expect a big fight and cross in the box. Now they've got good players and they play well and they defend well and they make things really difficult. So it will not be an easy game, so we have to recover well and go again.
Haji, how does that feel?
Feels good. Tough performance against a good side. First half, they made it really hard for us, and the second half we were able to gain more control over the game and eventually come away with 3 points.
And brilliant for you to get the winning goal.
Yeah, feels good. Again, important game for us. Happy to get the 3 points.
And it had been a while since you'd scored last for Coventry. Was that on your mind?
No, not really. Just want to win, really. We're top of the league. All that matters now is points, and again, feels good to win.
Yeah. And I know the guys have been really supportive to you personally, as a squad. They've all got round you when things haven't been quite going your way in front of goal recently.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. It's not like we're playing against nobody. There are people on the pitch trying to stop us, and sometimes it works.
And the game overall, Leicester came on strong in the first half, but what a second half performance, Haji, wasn't it?
Yeah, again, it was a great second half from the team. Played with more energy, played on the front foot, played a lot going forward, and defended really well.
And Ellis's goal, deflection from Jack's shot, but that set the tone then for the second half. Suddenly the fans were believing the stadium was alive again. Did you feel that?
Yeah, we wanted to start the second half quickly, and it was a great goal to start the half with. It really set us off, and we just kept going from there.
And 6 points clear again at the top of the table. You hadn't won for a little while, but the belief and confidence was still there within the group.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we're still top of the table, whether we'd won or lost today. So, of course, we're going to believe in ourselves. We have a good squad, we have a good team, and yeah.
And the fans, I thought, were a big help, particularly when you needed them in that second half. They kind of drove the players on, didn't they?
Yeah, it's hard to come here. I think, when we're playing front-footed and the team's on the back foot and we're just kind of locking them in and going attack after attack, it's hard for teams to really, find a way out.
And now the squad with Victor and Brandon coming back after injury, it looks stronger after, a few weeks without them. It's good to see those two back in the squad, isn't it?
Yeah, they both played really well today. So it's great to see them back, especially Brandon, who's been out for quite a while now. So, I'm happy for them.
And not much chance to rest before Millwall here on Tuesday, but having just won a game, you want to kind of carry on that positive momentum, don't you?
Yeah, it's tough to play games every 3 days, but like you said, after a win coming back to the CBS, it's a good feeling.